Hi, I'm Jonathan Holton Cohen, and we're here at Jerry's Music Shop in South Hadley. I will be presenting to you my approach to embouchure and creating the first sound. The embouchure is, in essence, how you form your mouth around the mouthpiece to play. There is a lot of disagreement or variations in how to form the proper embouchure for playing the instrument. This varies a lot based on style or based on your particular school of playing. I'll present to you a very simple one that I think is very flexible and gives you the best chance at doing the most things well. First, we'll do it without the mouthpiece. First, I take this part of my lip, the part where the lip meets the skin here, and I place it at the top of my teeth. I am not going to play from this position. This is just to start. I put it here for this first step. Step 2 is I then take this chin muscle and angle it down. So you can practice this by going So you can see in the first one, it's bunched. In the second one, it's really flat. I have a rather large chin, so you can see the shelf rather nicely. So step 1, put this line up to the top of the teeth. Step 2, I pull this down, which creates a very flat and even surface above the teeth with the lip. Some people will play with it bunched. I prefer it flat. Then, step 3 is take the corners of your mouth here, all these muscles, and direct them inward. So, to review, step 1, step 2, step 3. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Even playing surface, flat chin, corners in. Now we'll do that on the mouthpiece so that you can see the way that it works on the mouthpiece. In step 3, I'm going to think about the corners of the mouth coming in to hug the sides of the mouthpiece. I don't mean squeeze it to death, but I definitely mean coming in and really coming around the mouthpiece as much as possible. So, step 1, step 2, mouthpiece in, step 3. So you can see the corners of the mouth are coming towards the mouthpiece. And that's the basic embouchure shape. I would like to be very clear about where on the mouthpiece your embouchure falls. First, you want to look to find the space between the reed and the tip of the mouthpiece. If you look through here, you can see all the way through the other side. Where that stops to be possible, that's where you want your embouchure to form. I want to be very clear here also that only the top teeth are on the mouthpiece. The top teeth should go just above that point, and the bottom teeth covered by the lip just underneath. So the top teeth and bottom teeth are in alignment with the lip, the reed, and the mouthpiece separating them. If you are too far out, you'll get a very pinched sound. If you're too far on, you get a very loud, unruly sound. So here, I'll demonstrate. Here's not enough mouthpiece, even with the proper embouchure. Then, with too much mouthpiece, and with just about the right amount of mouthpiece. Just right in the middle. It's rather simple. 3 steps, but very, very important. I would also caution that you use these muscles rather than the jaw muscles. So putting energy from here rather than from here. the jaw muscles are bigger than the embouchure muscles. So it's only natural that these muscles will get tired first, especially when you're learning or relearning how to form the embouchure. As these muscles tire, and you still tell your body, I am playing the saxophone, what happens is you're going to transfer the effort to the jaw muscle instead. We're going to try to avoid that and stop playing as you start noticing that happening. There are plenty of other things you can do to practice your music even without the instrument. So in those times when you start feeling fatigued here, intense here, make sure you stop and give yourself a break. One good way to tell whether everything is set up properly is to test what pitch comes out of your mouthpiece when you play it alone without the instrument. So, let's start with just the alto mouthpiece. If I blow the alto mouthpiece, it's about an A. It's possible you might get a C or something. And those are all much too high. So the way that you bring the pitch down to an A is not by dropping your jaw, it's by making sure this embouchure is set just so, and saying maybe ooh, or an E, and finding that place where it just locks into the A. I'm experimenting with those vowel sounds, and that produces the change in pitch here. You can also get a sense of what this is like by whistling if you can whistle. Don't be discouraged if you can't whistle, you can still play the saxophone perfectly fine. But if you can whistle, or learn to mimic whistling, this is one good way of getting a sense of how to operate this mechanism. You don't have to be a great whistler, but notice what happens with your tongue when you whistle and you go up. What happens with the throat? What happens with the jaw? Nothing. Nothing happens with the jaw. This is very important. The jaw should stay absolutely steady. On the alto, you will want the pitch to come out an A. On the soprano, it might come out a C or a D. I choose C. On the tenor, more or less a G. On the baritone, we'll look for a D. If you can find these pitches on the mouthpiece, it means that you are set up approximately correctly on the inside here. If you're having to strain with the jaw, it means you aren't quite. I would prefer that you begin with the jaw absolutely steady and then find your way of finding those pitches using the other mechanisms we've talked about. Now I'll show you a very quick exercise that you can use to try out your new embouchure and your new posture and your new breathing and all of the things that we've talked about so far. First though, I want to make sure that we are actually producing an A on the mouthpiece. So, remove your mouthpiece, hold it as so, proper embouchure, roll it in, chin down, flat, corners in around the sides of the mouthpiece. Okay, now that you've found that, put it on the neck. We'll breathe the same way, form the embouchure exactly the same. stop for 4 and start again, and see if you can't start it with the embouchure absolutely still, so that nothing moves. Everything exactly the same. Bring the air in, push it straight through, and we'll see what comes out. You may get, which means, in my case, my jaw was back. Lip is bunched, right? So remember to keep this just the way that we've discussed.